Welcome back to another video, and to the new subscribers I want to say welcome. There are a few of you here. To all of the old subscribers, I honestly want to say welcome back again. So, I am Scott with Techno Eclipse, and what is sitting behind me is a 4K monitor. Is it any good in 2018? Let's find out. So, it's official. I'm going to build a Hackintosh. I'm going to do it as right as I possibly can. There's always going to be problems with a Hackintosh, and I understand that, but I'm going to do everything in my power, spend the extra money on the little things just to make sure that it is as compatible as possible. And I'm already starting to purchase some pieces for that. I have not sold my Mac yet, but I will be selling it. I'm going to be putting it up tonight, actually, and I hopefully will sell it as soon as possible. That way I can begin to build my new computer. So, what is sitting behind me? Well, today I purchased two 4K monitors. I got them for $200. You can see that right here. These are the Asus, I believe. These are the Asus PB287Qs. These are 4K monitors from 2014, so they're a little bit older, but they still go for about $200 on eBay right now for one. So what my plan is to keep one, sell the other one, and that'll bring me to about $20 for this monitor after fees selling that one, which is going to be awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. And it's nice that I'm going to be able to save some money when building my computer, because I had actually planned for about $250 for my Hackintosh just going towards the monitor because I wanted that high resolution screen. But that's enough of that. Why did I buy this one? Well, obviously there are better 4K monitors available. There are clearly better 4K monitors available. But to me, in the interest of saving money, I wanted a 4K monitor that looked really good, that's got a clean design, which is what this has, and was affordable. I had planned for $250, but I found two of these for $200, and I had to jump on it because I'm going to be able to sell one of these for $200 guaranteed, which is great. I'm super excited about that. That's just going to lower the cost of my Hackintosh. But this is actually a really good monitor for some things, and some things it's not quite as good. And I'll explain them here. So some of the positives of this monitor are going to be the price. $200 for a 4K monitor is pretty good even in 2018. I thought prices on 4K monitors would actually be a little bit cheaper now, but they still hover around that $300 to $400 price range for one of the better ones. Those have IPS displays, and unfortunately this only has a TN panel on it. Some of the specs are as follows. It's a widescreen 28-inch 16:9 format for those of you living not in the US of A. That is 71.12 centimeters. The resolution is 3840 by 2160, and that's at 60 hertz if you're running it through the display port, but you'll be running it at 3840 by 2160 at 30 hertz if you use the HDMI port. I would suggest using the display port, as that is going to definitely add much better experience. I've noticed the 30 hertz display from the HDMI is actually quite noticeable compared to 60 hertz that I'm used to. This display can also reach a max of 330 nits. The contrast ratio is 100 million to 1. The response time is 1 millisecond, and it is a 10-bit panel. This does have vase mount wall adapter capability on the backside. And some more of the benefits are going to be the fact that it is a TN panel, which means it has not that great of color reproduction, but it's not quite as good as an IPS panel. But it's got a 1 millisecond response time, so it's going to be great for gaming, and it is also going to be slightly more affordable. TN panels versus IPS panels, for those of you who don't know, TN panels are historically cheaper. They have a little bit worse color reproduction when compared to an IPS display. But what they lose there, they also gain in the ability to have a little bit higher refresh rates for a little bit cheaper again. So this monitor, you heard, runs at 4K at 60 hertz. That is really nice. If you're using the display port, that's really nice for somebody who only spent $200 on a 4K gaming monitor. It's great. But clearly this is not that great for video editing, and unfortunately that's going to be my main use which is why I'm wavering on maybe selling this one, both of them, and maybe going with a slightly different monitor. I'm going to test it out tonight, but I don't do a ton of color grading in my videos, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I don't do a lot of cinematics and anything like that, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, but I am going to definitely look at some IPS panels that are at 4K at 60 Hertz. That might be in that same $200 ballpark. I don't think I'm going to be able to find any though. And I have a couple listed right here. I'm going to run through them. I just pulled up 4K monitors here on eBay, and the first one I'm seeing is going to be this Dell 28-inch. This is $264 with free shipping. Not terrible. This, I believe this is an IPS display. This is an IPS display. It does have a worse response time. However, I don't know if I'm going to be using that as a gaming monitor quite as much as I'm going to be using that as a video production monitor, I'd say. And this LG 27-inch with FreeSync, it's got a 5 millisecond response time, but it is an IPS display. Again, 4K, but 4K IPS displays, $280. It's not terrible. But again, you need to look at shipping because monitors historically are larger and they normally cost a lot more to ship. We see another S2817Q. I think that's going to be one of our best bet is to go with that, or actually the LG Ultrafine. I've seen this monitor in particular from Apple go for pretty cheap, but it's only 22 inches, unfortunately. This monitor right here is another solid option. Again, a little bit more than I would like to spend, but it's still an LG monitor, 4K IPS panel. It looks really sharp, good looking. Those bezels are tiny, but those are just some of the ones that I could find. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. What 4K monitors do you use? I could really actually use some help, so let me know. Thanks. So in summation, I think this is a great monitor if you're looking for a cheaper 4K monitor that can run at 60 Hertz, that looks really good. I think this has a really clean design, pretty thin bezels all the way around, all over. The computer is just well built. It's really well built. It's pretty heavy actually, but it's a gorgeous looking monitor. It can go up, down, it can swivel, it can go this way. I mean, it can do everything you need it to do in terms of that. But for somebody who does video editing is their main use on their computer, I'm not sure if this is the best display for me right now. Although those extra pixels are definitely going to help. I can edit my video in real time at full resolution, and I'm only taking up a fourth of the screen. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this monitor down below. Do you think an IPS panel is going to be more important right now, or should I just get the 4K, get the resolution, get the pixels, and then maybe move to an IPS display later? Is this TN panel going to be good? I think I'm going to be gaming a little bit more, so I'm excited to have that 1 millisecond response time as well. Again, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. I talk about tech all the time. I think I got a relatively interesting take on it. If not, that's fine. Just move on. But if you made it this far, definitely consider subscribing if you liked the video. I'm going to be building a Hackintosh, and I'm going to be gathering pieces and parts, and it'll be fun. I'm going to keep everyone posted on every time I get a new part, every time I get something new. So if you want to keep posted on stuff like that, definitely check out my Instagram. I'll have it linked down below. If not, it's not a huge deal. I'm not super active on that. But if you want to message me directly on there, I'm pretty okay at answering. I'm not great, but I'll definitely get around to it. You know, obviously there's other stuff going on in my life, but you get a more personal touch there, I'd say. So let me know what you guys think. Is TN versus IPS as big of a problem as it's made out to be, or is that just companies trying to get you to buy a little bit more expensive monitor that really doesn't have that many more benefits? I forgot one last thing. What do you guys think about maybe doing a live stream sometime soon? Let me know. So this has been Scott with Techno Eclipse. Thanks again for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.